does that cause a mismatch?
That definitely does. I would say that definitely does. Like, I mean, I think in terms of games of FPS, that would be less because everyone's shooting some way. So everyone gets a chance to kill someone or do something. I mean, and if you don't want to, you could be like the person who like sets up the bomb or something. If you don't want to be that. But I rarely see that the case in FPS. Everyone gets a chance to kill someone. But in like, I would even say this in like World of Warcraft too. Someone has to do the healing. Someone has to do the debuffing. Someone has to, make sure that the team is alive. And maybe if you have a bunch of, let's say you're just with a bunch of friends, and everyone has like an ego, and they want to be like the one who, goes in and kills shit. Well, then you're gonna have a problem because if there's no one healing you, you're all gonna die eventually, right? So.
What do we think, girls?
Personally, I think teamwork was never a sound art. People on the internet are people on the internet, and I mean, they're people with human natures and egos and everything. So when you go onto a community like League of Legends, I don't know what to call it. It's SlagPits, honestly. It's like, it's full of the weirdest, 13-year-olds, not SlagPits, this podcast, but SlagPits the map, which I hate. But it's full of 13-year-old people who are leavers, people who are really bad-mannered. Every time that we League of Legends, the Collegiate Star League, all of our admins play together League of Legends, but sometimes we only have 4 or 2, and that means we can't 3 or 5. So we get a random, and every single time he feeds people and then starts a surrender vote every 5 minutes. And it's the most frustrating thing ever because it's like, these people have no attachment to you. They're going to do things that they wouldn't do if you were in their face, and you were having a regular conversation like this.
Yeah. That's another subject, or another little topic within this subject is pugs versus premates. You pick up in pickup groups, they, like she was saying, Mona was saying, they have less loyalty to you, so they're gonna go do what they want. I mean, some of them are good enough to know that, okay, I need to stick with the team, I need to make sure I know what they're doing, or kind of try to assume what they're doing to kind of win the game. But most, a lot of pugs, they just kind of try and do their own thing, and they end up dying a lot, and then your team gets mad at the pugs, or the pugs get mad at you because they think they're better than you because they have more kills, but They say they have more kills and that's why they're better. It doesn't necessarily mean they're better, okay? Just because they have more kills, because they could be giving up, key structures away to the opponent because they were off trying to kill another hero who was actually just baiting them or just trying to lead them away from what's going on in the main, getting down the defensive towers or whatnot. And yeah, I mean, the best way is. Pugs just suck. It just sucks. That's why, for these kind of team games, I feel like pre-mades are probably the way to go. Because yesterday I was playing, with, 2 of my other friends. We kept getting 2 really bad players in League of Legends. It was just horrible. And I was waiting for my other 2 friends to log on, because I guess they were doing stuff. And when they finally logged on, we had much more success. So I think pre-mates are the way to go. But if you have to solo queue, then good luck. I solo queue sometimes, so I just try and...
If you're an unpopular person like myself, and new to the game, you want to do your best and you want to try, but then you get stuck with the other pugs. And we all look the same from the outside, and perhaps there's one good pug to every 1 out of 10 are going to be good. But it's digging through to find the little good ones, But Monty, have you got any experience of this?
No, I don't mostly play team games because it's hard, to find someone that fits your style, and I get kind of lazy with team games also because it's easier, to say, oh no, it's their fault or it's my fault, so I prefer I've never liked team games much, to be honest.
It just, it's hard, I would say. But if you were a beginner, I would say go with, experienced friends because then they can kind of guide you through the game. And they can tell you, don't do this, So then it could prevent you from feeding the opponent or giving them, more advantages over you. I mean, you could still be bad, but at least it's your friend. And yeah, it's your friends, they'll just be like, oh, it's okay, it's your first time. Even though it's something you
My friends are terrible to me. So I actually have a story about this. I used to play Dota, or I was trying it out because my boyfriend played Dota and everyone played Dota, so I tried it. And then we were playing with my friend and his friend. And so his friend, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the units and everything, and the items, but I had never played Dota before, so I was completely new. And then this guy buys this item that pushes me around, right? He pushes around any hero on the map, and so he keeps using it. He's like, what do you do that for? You just lost that team fight because you, went forward. You have to type in /fast forward. So, I'm a noob. I'm like, oh, it's a / command. That makes sense. I type that in, and then he keeps pushing me with it. And I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, okay, and then he says, what, you noob, why aren't you turning off? You just made me die right there, blah, 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 blah. He keeps pushing me. Eventually he's like, to turn it off, you have to go kill 3 iron branches, GG branches. So these are very, they're a very basic item. It's basically some sort of Doran's thing. You buy them at the shop, and then you can drop these items onto the ground and click it. And this is retarded because, sorry for using that word, this is a very dumb thing to do because you don't kill your own items. That's when you, when you give up. It's kind of a GG sort of thing. So I buy these items, and he's like, you have to kill them. And he just kept on pushing me and yelling at me, so I was like, fine, I'll buy them. He was trolling me the whole time. I kill these branches, and then I'm like, it didn't do anything, right? And then this guy is like, oh no, you have to buy them and kill them in the river. So, at this point, I'm like, wow, you just told me this entire time. And I totally I quit Dota that day. It was terrible.
Oh, I could just hear push. I'm pushing you. It's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Trolls all day.
I know. Oh dear.
Oh god.
Does
I think we all had that situation.
Oh yeah. Does anyone in the chat have a good example of bad teamwork? Just, I'll wait for them to catch up. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of some, my mind's blanking out right now. Bad teamwork. Well, I mean, it's I think I've had a lot of situations where I play and then I'm like, okay guys, we need to do this. And I tell this one guy, there's always this one rogue, pug that thinks he knows better. Right? So I'm like, hey, you gotta do this because of this. I give a reason. He's like, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm not gonna do it. And then he does something completely opposite of what I just said in the game. I'm like, we gotta push mid, guys. He's like, no, I'm gonna backdoor. I'm like, that's stupid because they're all watching the lane. They're gonna be they're gonna catch you, when you overextend yourself. And this is in League of Legends. And then he does it, and I'm like, don't do that. He does it anyways, and we're all trying to push mid, and we get most of the towers down. We're destroying their inhibitor, and then he tries to backdoor because I guess he thinks he's God or something. He's playing one of those characters Master Yi or Xin Zhao or something that has high DPS and steal and everything. And then suddenly he gets ganked by 4 members. He gets CC'd and then he gets killed. And then I'm like, I told you so. And he's like, F you. And he leaves the game. So that's bad teamwork for you right there. I know.
We have got a response in the chat from one of our guests last week, Digitally Rant. He said, my clan leader attacked my Nexus. Now, I'm assuming this means he was in a team game and is the leader of this game attacked the poor guy's Nexus.
Wait, he attacked his own Nexus?
Well, a guy in his team apparently attacked his Nexus, and they're on the same team. Things are bad when your own teammates are attacking your buildings.
I didn't even think that was possible. Are
we losing that bad? Are we losing that bad that you've got to kill my buildings? And I can't even fly away like Terran can. And you stop it! Stop it! Oh dear.
That actually happened to me recently. In a 4v4, we were running out of minerals on the map, so I was like, I'm gonna mine your minerals. So he spawns here and I'm here, and this is like the whole map. So I just distance mine his minerals, takes all his banshees, and target fires every single one. And I just lose 30 minerals. But I was being BM, he was being BM. We were winning. That's fine.
Wait, was this last night when you guys were playing fours or what?
Yeah, it was. It was last night. Yeah. I mean, like, we shared control, so I killed a lot of his own units. I, like, self-suicided them. That's really, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, when you're winning, it's okay to do stuff like that, but if you do it just because you're angry at your own teammates, then that's just fail. There's just so many situations where, like, that happens. It's like, I've seen, like, teammates, like, and this is not, like, my own personal experience, but I had friends who told me, like, when they start losing, like, they said that the team members started just intentionally feeding. Like, they're just going and just die. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why don't you just surrender and, like, why are you just wasting it? It's like, there's no point in doing that. You could just surrender and start a new game. But there's people who are just gonna drag out the game and just do stupid stuff like that, just so that, you know, just to feel or satiate their rage or whatever, because they lose, you know, they're losing the game.
Yeah.
And you know what's even more stupid is on the topic of rage. Like, you play like 4v4s in StarCraft 2, and like sometimes you'll be pounding them so hard that they'll get so angry that they'll do stupid things like lift off their buildings into the corner of the map, and leave their computer, just so that
my partner does that. I hate
like,
it when he does that. I'll come to the computer and he'll gone for a cigarette and he'll leave his building to the corner of the map when the guy has no air units. I said, what are you doing? It's like, I'm going for a cigarette. It's like, he did cheese, he deserves it. It's like, this could go on for like 5 minutes. He's got to build something that can build air units, make the air units, fly them over and find you. And it's just like, I know he cheesed it, but does he deserve that?
I've done that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should bet it. Good girl.
Once I was so mad at the other guy that I started building pylons all over the map. Yeah, and it went on like for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh man. This is so funny. Like, there's so many funny rage stories that I've run into where people just do like the stupidest things. Oh,
I think we need to make a topic about that, to be honest, rage stories.
Yeah, rage stories.
So, to round up, I think we basically say that people need to be a little more understanding. Perhaps new people need to go in with some friends and negotiate what's best to win. And after all, what you put into something eventually comes back to you tenfold, be it good or bad.
Karma's a bitch.
It is, yes. And that leads us nicely into our next topic, which is Troll of the Week. And I'm going to run the introduction for Troll of the Week.
Did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can't be seen?
Nah, I'm running the wrong video.
I can bring you to a kiss from a rose.
I do apologise, viewers. I did that the wrong way round. Let's read it and pretend you didn't see that.
A he. A complete and total one.
Right, okay. Now, the troll video has ran, thank God, and the viewers are now seeing the video, which I was supposed to run the introduction first, and then the video that I've made. But the video I made ran first, and then the introduction video ran. So, if you all go to the stream, I will rerun the video.
Okay.
That I've made. I've put together, I've made an entire video especially for our troll this week. And it's all for him. He's a sentimental troll. He loves his romance, but at the same time, he doesn't forget his trade. So, if we are all